to the Bellingham-Whatcom County League of Women Voters interviews of candidates for the Charter Review Commission. The League is a nonpartisan organization. We never support or oppose a party or a candidate. My name is Jan Cottrell, and my guest is B. Oldham, who is running for the Charter Review Commission from District 2. We are asking all the candidates for this office the same 3 questions. Each candidate has 2 minutes to answer each question, and the answers are timed. This video of candidate Oldham's responses will remain on our website until after the elections on November 5th, 2024. Candidate Oldham, thank you very much for agreeing to this interview and for seeking to serve in public office. Our first question is, I'm going to start the timer. What should voters know about you that differentiates you from the other charter review candidates in your district?
Well, not knowing all of them, I'm going to have to make a guess, but I have a pretty unique history. I am a Vietnam veteran, so that kind of dates me a little bit. And I spent 5 years in combat, came back and just, worked and did all the things you're supposed to do in life, and retired here 3 years ago with my partner. This is where we're going to age out. We love it up here. We came from the Bay Area. Now we're we're hamster, bee hamsters, something like that, whatever the technical term. And I worked as a stockbroker and a financial planner for 30 years. At the end of my career, I helped build a nationwide organization for a big financial company, 500 producers and 29 offices, that kind of just the normal kind of a thing. Stayed busy, and I've always been an active outdoors person. I love the outdoors, and one of the reasons that I'm living here. What a great place to live. It's beautiful.
Very good. So let me reset the timer. The second question is, polls show that Americans are frustrated with polarization in political dialogue. Tell us about an experience in which you worked effectively with someone with a different approach, different values, or different goals.
I have, just to be clear, since I came back from Vietnam, I voted in every election. It seemed kind of important to me after what I went through. I've never been a part of a political party. That doesn't mean I've never worked for a party. When President Obama ran, I was a phone bank captain in both of his campaigns, and which is probably pretty much what put him over the top. But so I do work, but I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. So it's very easy for me to just sit down and talk to people and ask them what they believe and if they can tell me why, and then just have a conversation. I love to, kind of challenge people's thinking about what is and what could be, and where do they get their information, and what do they really want out of life. So I do constantly engage in conversations about politics and about the future and the present with anyone who wants to do that, or anybody who has questions or is confused. I think the more we know, the better it is. And we, as a people in Bellingham, the nicest people I've ever met in the most beautiful area, our government seems to be totally disconnected to that. So that doesn't seem to very often act in a way that they don't even act like they know what we want, much less to give us what we want. And so I know we have ethical problems at the government level, really serious ones. I know we don't have a clear vision for the future. And when you say, what's your vision for Bellingham? Nobody's got that. Nobody runs on that. I think they're planning for a future that isn't going to be here when they're done building things. And I've worked with the transportation department here in town, and just clearly asked them, what are your assumptions about the future? And they've never been able to tell me.
Sorry, I have to turn this on. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Here is the third question. What issues would you focus on during the charter review process if elected?
I'm very much interested in the environment. I think we live in a really beautiful place, and the number one value that we have, if we're going to mine something, is the natural beauty, the friendliness of the people. And I'm really afraid that plans are being made to just continue to cut down the forest and just continue to make the bay into an industrial harbor that isn't good for anybody. So I would love to know exactly where we're going environmentally. I'd like to preserve as much of the county as possible. I love to ride my bike, so I'm out patrolling all the time. I do about 5,000 miles a year on my bike. And if you ride out toward BP country, it's just barren. And so we don't want it to end up like that everywhere. So, I mean, forest bathing, as you know, is a good therapy. And I get a chance to do that now. I hope I get a chance to do that in a few years. So it's the environment, it's the ethics of the government, and it's the fact that the people don't get to know in advance what the government is planning. Those are the three big things. Now, you go through, if you look at the charter, it covers everything from how you behave to how you campaign to how you elect to all of the different. It really is a good charter. It was so if it's 2025 that we're going to review the charter, it was 2015. There's a huge difference. That's pre-COVID. It's going to be 2035 when it gets reviewed again. 2015 to 2035 is the whole world has changed. We know because of the principle of impermanence that the future is never going to look like the past, and it'd be a good idea if we were preparing for the future.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
So once again, thank you for giving the public this insight into your views and values. And for the viewers, please don't forget to vote by November 5th. Ballots sent by mail must be postmarked by that date. Ballots placed in drop boxes must be submitted by 8 p.m. that day. For more information, please see votewa.gov. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. That's a wonderful. Thank you.